Well, I wanted to share a very small haul. I mean, very small. I have from Walmart, Amazon, and my thrift shopping. I've had to go into town twice this week, which when I go into town, it's an all-day deal because it takes time to get there, time to get back, and then I run from spot to spot. So, doing everything we have to do. But first off, I want to share what I got at the thrift store. Very small because I'm being very picky on what I'm buying. I don't need to be bringing in a bunch of junk, which I have a tendency to do. Well, it's good junk. Anyways, they had, I should have picked up more than these. They had like 6, 7, 8 bottles of this Delta Ceramic Coat in forest green, and it's a really pretty green, and they were new, so I really should have picked up more than just this one, because I'll use it eventually, but I didn't. And then they have these wooden like tongue depressor things, 50 cents for a new package. I got that. That's it. That's all I got. Then from Amazon, okay, here he is.
My ring business is shut off.
Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. I got this. I should have taken it out of the package. Let me take it out of the package. It's going to be noisy. Okay, it is a mold. It's a sunflower mold. It has the sunflower. It has a side view of a sunflower and then a bigger side view. This is one I really liked. And 2 different leaves and a stem. And it does have... It says 64 mil and 96 grams. I would imagine that's how much they hold or something. I don't know. Anyways, I would really wanted this one. And it does have a lip on it too. Kind of like the IOD. But I'm going to give it a try. I like it. I think it's going to be cute and I'm going to try it. And I'll let you know how it does. And I'll leave the link to this down below. I got it off of Amazon. That's all for that. And then at Walmart, I had to pick up some material. I got these 3 right here. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to do this or I want to do this. But this is the pattern. I bought another pattern off Chestnut Junction. I think that is so cute. And it looks really easy to make. Really easy. I don't know if y'all be interested in seeing another thing like this from Chestnut Junction done or not. Just let me know. But I'm thinking, I thought it would be cute for this for the top and this for the little, what do you call them? Not pantaloons or what, you know, the little pants underneath. Anyways, I could use this for fall with the little pumpkin sitting there. Or Christmas, I could put something like a little tree or her holding something Christmas-wise. And then the rest of the time, you know, just for every day, these are good. It's just neutral colors. And I could put a little birdhouse with her or a sunflower or something. So I think these are going to be the fabrics that I use for this little doll. Her name's Autumn. Just adorable. All right, that's all the haul. That's my haul. It wasn't a lot, but I wanted to share it. And let me know what you think about this. Now, I'm going to do some thrift flips for fall. I have 2 of these. I bought it at the thrift store. And I'm going to do one of them. I might do another one later, but right now I'm just going to do one of them. And I'm going to do the base coat. I was trying colors here, and I think I'm going to, I like the pine cone color. So I'm just going, I had to stir it up, so I'll just use this paint on there, get that off of there. But I'm going to start painting the whole shutter with this pine cone. I won't paint the back side because I'm not going to be using it. And I didn't bother filling in my holes from the hinges. And when I get this all finished and it's dried, then I'll move on and we'll make it fall. I have this piece of old wood Might have been an old fence or something. I don't know. But I'm just going to give it just a little bit of this finishing wax. It's a special dark by Men Wax. Normally on wood or something, it doesn't turn real dark. But I just needed to, I thought darken this up some. But leave the old look. So I'm just putting that on there. It's not going to make a big difference. But it won't be so gray. I'm going to fit more on there. And I'm letting that dry still. And I've given it one coat. And it's going to need one more quick coat just to finish it up. Now I'm going to set this aside. And this is still a little damp. And where is my, there it is. And I'm going to start on my pumpkin and my crow. That's going to go on here with the sign. So I have to go find the color that I'm going to use for that. The crow will be black. And I'll start painting those. This should come together pretty fast. Now, I have picked out Spice Pumpkin for my pumpkin. And it's getting low. But I couldn't find any at Walmart. Well, all they have there is Apple Barrel and another. But I wanted something similar to this. Okay, I'm going to just give this a coat. Probably 2 coats. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how it dries. And then I'm sure I'll do some waxing or something on the edges. But I'm just going to be smearing paint here. And then I'm going to use on the stem English Ivy by Apple Barrel. And then maybe a little burnt umber, or I may just use the wax. I have put this, I've cut this stencil out with my Cameo, and that font is called BFC Autumn. And I did get that out of my Silhouette store. So I am going to take this out to the garage and spray paint it. I've taped it all down, but I can tell as rough as this wood is, I would have a lot of bleeding. And I believe I'm going to use black spray paint. Now, I've finished painting everything. I stenciled my letters on there and then just went with some, I took a white paint pen and kind of went around with some white. And then I distressed it back a little bit so it looked old. And I just painted my crow black and distressed it. My pumpkin, I've distressed it. And the shutter. So now I've got my Jolie brown top coat. Let's see if that's what I want to do. I forgot to get me there. Let me move this stuff here out of my way. I'm not sure. Well, I think I'll just put it on the edges and stay that way, and then go over the rest of it with some clear to seal the paint. So I'm going to go around all these edges with the brown. And then after I finish that, I'll come back over and I'll use this Fusion Clear wax. Because my paint my paint definitely needs to be sealed. I have my crow out, and I'll do the whole thing in the brown with the crow. And then I'm going to go also around the edges on my pumpkin. And now I'm just going over the shutter with some clear wax. Now, I have it all waxed. I'm just playing around with things, trying to see what I want to do. This is just showing you that I'm starting. I don't know for sure what I'm going to be doing it or what I'm going to be doing with it. But I'm pulling out stuff and just seeing it. This seems like maybe it needs some leaves. I don't know. But I'm going to be messing with it and seeing what I can do to snazz it up a little bit. And my sign, I don't know if I'm going to, I think I'm just going to nail it on. Because I think I'm going to drill a hole here and here and put wire to hang it with. And I'll just nail this on. Probably use my brad nailer. And then I got to do a little something with the pumpkin here and the crow. Well, here's kind of what I've done so far. I haven't glued anything down. Haven't made up my mind. But I did just tack this back here with hot glue. And I think I'll go out to my garage. And let me turn this way. Put some wood glue there and up here. And then underneath here, use a small brad nail. Just a small one, just to hold it down till the glue dries. Then, I'm thinking I don't like this. It blends in too much. So I'm thinking about going out there, sanding this down, and just doing kind of a light color across there. And I don't want to have to cut another one of these out. But I cut two out the other day when I cut this one out. And I could use this one on there. So I just don't think this shows up well enough. So I'm thinking about sanding it down and just putting maybe just a white across there with black lettering. I don't know. And then putting my crow somewhere in there, and hot gluing all that on. But I think it'll stand out better if I do that to this sign. Just redo it. Well, it didn't want to sand down very well because there's too many grooves. And I've decided to try this English Ivy by Dixie Belle. And I don't know if it'll cover all that or not. I'll just think what I'll do is I'll go over where it's been painted. Let it dry. Give it another coat. And then do the feathering out after I've given the center of it the two coats. Because I don't want the paint all over the board. Okay, this is dry now. I'm just going to try feathering it out a little. Not much, because like I said, I still want the old wood to show. Okay, I think that's just about enough. There, I'll let that dry and I'll re-stencil my sign. I think I'm going to do it in white this time. Well, here's how the sign turned out. And now I'm going to take this to the garage and figure out where I want my crow and all that. And I'm going to put it together. I'm probably going to use brad nails on that and a little tiny brad nail here with some wood glue. I glue it down in spots And then I've got to figure out where I'm going to put the crow. Probably about right there. And then I have this I think I'm going to put on it. I did have a messy bow, but I'm not sure. I don't think I want it. I didn't make it for this. I just happened to have it. I think I'm going to leave it off and just use the flower. All right, I'm going to go finish putting it all together. Well, my husband went out and cut off the last of the bed springs. Now, this is just a wooden frame, a real wooden frame. I think it was from Hobby Lobby. I tore the back off, but I can't take this. Well, I could, but it has those little nails, and it's just easier to paint the front of it with it left in there. And I'm going to be running my picture this way, so I'll have to pull that or unscrew those and put them at the top. But this was just a wooden frame, and it was from Hobby Lobby, and I paid $1 for it. Get that off of there. And I am going to use my Waverly in plaster. And I'm going to cover that saying up, because I'm going to decoupage on it. I have a fall print that I got from Decoupage Central last year, and I didn't use it, so I'm going to use it this year. And I did cover the wood so I wouldn't hit it, and really I didn't need to, because I really didn't have to get that close to the sides. I wasn't thinking, well, I would have bumped it there. Maybe I knew myself better than I thought I did. Okay, I'm just going to finish doing this and probably give it 2 coats, and then we'll start decoupaging. All right, here's what I got from Decoupage Central last year. And I'm going to use it. Let's see. I think I'm just going to run my fingernail around. If I can mark off how much I want. Okay, I hope I can use, yeah, I can see that. And then I have a water pen. Get it started. Because I am going to rip it. Can't already see that one. Okay, I'm going to try it. Don't go off. Okay, now I'm going to do some more. It's right there. Okay. I think I hear thunder. Oh yeah, we were supposed to have some bad thunderstorms with really heavy hail this evening. They said about 5 o'clock. It's 4:47. Okay, let's see if that worked. Well, Going to have to take a little more off on the top or the bottom, one of the two. Okay, I'll pick it up like this. Get this going again. Okay, I'll bring it out. I think that's going to look better than just cut with the scissors. Just a little bit off that corner. See how that fits. Okay. See a little bit on this side here that needs to come off. Just a little. Okay. I'll get it right where I want it. Okay, that's where I want it. So I'm going to get my Mod Podge and a brush and start Mod Podging it down. Have it where I want it. Get a little bit down and then do the rest. Oh, I went right on my frame. Now pick it up from the bottom. And work it the rest of the way down. I think I need to stop and go check the weather. Of course, I didn't get my cellophane. I'm going to go ahead and coat all of it the rest of the way down. Okay. I didn't get any wrinkles so far. And it feels like it's down good, so I think what I'm going to do is put some clear wax over it after it dries, instead of the Mod Podge. And then I'll need to go around the edges some and darken it up where the white's showing. I think that's going to be cute to set out for fall. It's dry now, and I'm just going to put a coat of clear wax on it, especially on the sides, because I want to actually go around the edges with some darker wax. Okay, I'm trying to see if I've got the whole thing covered. And now I'm going to take my dark wax and go in the corners or the sides. I don't ever wash out my brushes, and they're kind of stiff, so I have to do that when I first use them. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I can't get up in that corner with that one. I'm going to have to try my smaller brush. Because I do want to get it on the paint. And this is a smaller one. There's some wax. Try to see if that's enough. I don't really want to get much more than that on my picture. I may have to just leave it the way it is. But I really can't get it in the corners very well. Okay, that's good. All right. I'm just going to leave the frame, the wood color, or just wood, because I like that, and it can set up. I think I'll just use it to set up on a shelf or something. And if I decide I want to hang it, then I'll go back here and put that up here. All right, y'all, that's all I got for you today, and I thank y'all for watching, commenting, and sharing. And until the next one, we'll see you later. Okay, as you can see, we did have some weather here in northwest Oklahoma, and that was just to the west of me. Luckily, it headed south and didn't head my way. And this is the Dominator, and Reed Timmer drives this specialty tornado car or something, and he caught the hail, and he called this hail gorilla hail, and said he'd never seen any hail that big. So I thought I would share this with you. Now let's see how my decoupage turned out.